Welcome to my 2025 wedding ceremony gig prep. I made a few changes this year, but everything I've done has been done to make my life easier and my product better. I'm going to show you what I'm up to. I'll take you through everything. Some of it's older stuff you've seen before, some of it's newer stuff. But yeah, I think I've got everything done. Although I do have to go back and make a checklist and check it twice. You're going to hear jets, you're going to hear the air conditioning, you're going to hear people squeak and walking back and forth on the floor. You're going to hear some weird Spanish birds upstairs and probably a dog barking, but we're going to get a video out if it kills us today. The first thing I want to show you is my Amazon Fire tablet. I'm a big proponent of these for mobile DJs. I like them, usually works for you, but I love these for wedding ceremonies. They're battery powered, they're super durable, they're not expensive, and with some modifications that you can learn about if you do a search on YouTube. You can modify this to have the Google Play Store on it, which allows you to download DJ, which is the program that I use for all of my ceremony stuff. That's all I need. Then I run the 8mm headphone jack out of this thing into my Maui 5 Go. I've got sound. So what I like about this is it's very durable. You can throw this thing around, you can drop it, whatever, you're not gonna hurt it. Doesn't cost a lot of money. It accepts micro SD cards up to quite large. So you can put a lot of music on this thing and use it as a backup, emergency backup for a ceremony if you need to. I know having a backup computer is the way to go, but if you don't have a backup computer or can't afford a backup computer, this can give you some peace of mind for usually around $100, depending on when you buy it on Amazon. It's a Fire HD 10. And I love it. And I'm gonna still use it. Tested it out for this year, no problem. The next thing I wanna show you is, of course, my Maui 5 Go. I've had this thing for years, 7 years now, and it's still going strong. The battery's fantastic on it. I love an array for something like a ceremony because it broadcasts quite wide for one speaker. It's not harsh. It's lightweight, incredibly durable. I can handle it one-handed, set up and break down, no problem. People were asking me about my mixing board. This is an older Pioneer DJM S9. Pioneer DJM S9. This is pre-Alpha Theta. They're building something similar to this now. It's just a 2-channel battle mixer. I think it's the S8 perhaps. I know the numbers went backwards, but I think it might be the S8. I don't know. I'll put a correction of this here if need be. But yeah, it works pretty well for what I do. I'm using a mouse for everything that I do. Everything I do is internal on the computer. I'm actually using a different program when I'm doing my wedding receptions. It's Mixmeister Pro 6. We talked about that in the video. Some of you love it, some of you hate it, but it works for me. Being a one-handed guy, I don't need a controller. I'm not doing a lot of Jesus arms to look at me anymore. So I'm focused on the music and the clients, and sometimes I need to go out into the audience and talk to people. Sometimes I need to go to the bathroom and I can't worry about not having something mixed and ready to go. And Mixmeister, I can totally do that. I can service my clients and nobody's paying attention to what I'm doing. I want my clients to pay attention to each other and not me. So anyway, yeah, it's a 2-channel mixer, not a controller. So if you have questions on that, I'll put a link in the description of this video of me further explaining why I'm using the Mixmeister Pro 6. I'm actually looking at a newer program that I'd love to try out, but quite frankly, I haven't had time to mess with it. It's gonna take time for me to do the free trial. I don't have time right now, but there's another program that I am looking at that I think might work really well. Stay tuned for that. Who knows, maybe this fall. The computer is new-ish. I got it, I think, in late December of last year. It is an Alienware M16 R2 machine. It's got a lot of memory, it's got a lot of storage, it's got all kinds of neat stuff. It works really well. And what's cool about it is, unlike my older computers that I had, it doesn't weigh a lot. It fits in this jetpack, which is great. I can use the jetpack. I don't have to carry around this big heavy boat anchor computer case anymore. And it's got a micro SD slot in it, which is really handy when I'm trying to load up my Amazon Fire tablet. Super handy in that regard. I just pop it out of the tablet, pop it into here, load the tracks that I need, pop it back in here, and voila, all set. So it expedites that process for me, which is really nice. It's super fast, it's small, it's lightweight. I had to blow the font up because I went with a 16-inch screen instead of a 17-inch. You think an inch wouldn't make that big of a difference, but it really does. And I don't have them on me, but reading glasses really help sometimes too. I try not to use them on the road. So I tried to blow the font up nice and big so I could see it. So it might look ridiculous to some of you, but it does work well for me. Something else I did was bought an extra charger for the laptop. It's just the responsible thing to do. And what I like to do with these things is hardwired into the rack itself for quick, easy setup. And I've done that here. You can see I've got this zip tied together. I've got one of these for the laptop. I've got one of these for the wireless microphone. I did look into the option to use a USB-C charger into the Thunderbolt port to charge the laptop, because apparently you're supposed to be able to do that. But everything that I read said that it doesn't do a very good job charging this computer. Even when the computer is like in a balanced eco mode, it doesn't do a very good job with it. So I went ahead, I spent the $106 on Amazon and bought the charger. I didn't want to do it, but I did it. It felt like the responsible thing to do. Got, of course, a Shure SM58 microphone. It's the industry standard, has been for longer than I've been alive. For a vocal mic, this is what I'm using now. I've tried all kinds of things over the years. Finally went with the good old SM58 again after many, many years, and love it. I've got switch versions. I've got regular versions of it. My mic switch is right here. I can flip the switch, talk on the mic, flip it off. So I don't need the switched version on this system. I use it for other things, though I do have one. And then we've got an LD Systems wireless microphone. That mic is going to work for both the reception and the ceremony. I'll be loading it in the ceremony bag, and when the ceremony is over, it's going to come in for the reception. When you're doing wireless, battery-powered, remote wedding ceremonies, everything should be battery-powered. Otherwise, you're running an extension cord 500 feet. That's not stable, and that's not practical. So, you got to go battery-powered with this stuff. How are you going to take a regular old wireless mic receiver and make it battery-powered? I've had this piece right here. Where'd I put it? Oh, here it is. I showed it in the video that I did yesterday, or 2 days ago or something like that, for about 8 years now. It's from Colorado Sound and Light. It's a lithium-ion power pack. It essentially turns anything DC into something battery-powered. This thing will power this microphone for over a day, I'm sure, this microphone receiver. There's nothing wrong with it. It works fantastic. It was about $100. I know that Jim at CSNL has a new version of this. I haven't gone with it yet. This one still works great. So yeah, super easy stuff. My timeline's done. My music is downloaded. It's updated. I'm trying to think of what else I'd really need to check and get ready for my event. Got to print some forms, and that's probably about it, aside from putting everything together and loading it into the vehicle. Should be good to go. Yeah, I mean, I've got to go through my bags. What's happened is I've had a lot of stuff go out as a rental over the last 6 months or so, or a local DJ needs something in a pinch. So the little kits I put together for every type of event that I do are fragmented. Like my cable bags are fragmented. My reception bag is fragmented. Everything's fragmented. I've got to go through all my cable bags, make sure I've got what I need. Have a little bit of redundancy, but not too much, because it's about lightweight, folks. Put that all together and be ready to go. But aside from that, I should be good to go. I don't know, quick video for you. If you got any questions on any of this stuff that I'm doing here, let me know in the comment section. I'll do my best to answer your questions. And yeah, that's it, guys. Quick video for you today. Just making sure everything works. And it does. It does work. So yeah, I can kind of relax now. Put it all together and wait for Friday. It's about 2 hours away. So I can't bring anybody with me, and I can't run home to grab something in an emergency. Everything's got to work right, and it will. So we'll see you then. Practice and enjoy.